All right, hello, welcome to Adventures in Lollygagging. We're back tonight. We're playing more Coriolis, and we have hit the end of the first and last man. I think that's the name of the first adventure here. And so, yeah, that's where we're at. And we ended with you all in a little bit of a pickle. And the last time we played a free league campaign, it was Simbarum, and that ended in a TPK. And so it just dawned on me. I was waiting to go up. I'm like, that was the last thing. So that ended in a TPK. Spoiler alert, if anyone. It's sort of a TPK because technically one of Jeremy's characters is alive, just in a terrible state, like in some sort of prison beneath the temple. Remember that?
I know.
That was good.
That was good.
Yeah. So anyhow, we'll see how it goes. It's so we'll
we're in danger.
Yep.
That sounds like a great backer kit idea.
Just link in chat.
We're talking about my game called We're in Danger. Teaser page is up on BackerGate. Go follow it, etc., etc. Okay, let's just dive right in because like we could do, we'll do. Well, it'll be fine. I think everyone's gonna be fine, and I'm excited because like we're hitting some of the big stuff, big reveals. I won't do a full like campaign summary. I did that last week, but I will say is that we are in the last bits of this first opening arc. You have been kind of moved around Ship City, following the trail of an investigation to Livan Najar, and that has led you to the Well of Souls in the City of the Dead, and you have delved down into it. It is this long well, and then eventually you found this like central area in Ship City, beneath Ship City, excuse me. And as you were progressing, you got sniped and you got attacked by that same figure that you have been being haunted by for the past probably a week or two at this point. The golden masked Coriolite individual that threatened Armande, the spiders that nearly killed Armande, and all that kind of good stuff. You tried to figure out who they were, but they had a fake name. It was Aldor, Mirzertain, and I think Redor and Richter did some looking in. Could not figure out who it was, but they were down here and they lured you back into a trap. As they shot at you a few times, you rushed at them. They had their blight spiders lay out some tripwires and such. Some of you fell for those, but due to some, honestly, amazing shooting, especially by Kef, which shot his arm off, so to speak, and that kind of killed him. And he fell, he died, etc. And the spiders blew up, but didn't really do a whole lot of damage. And yeah, you took whoever this was. You took them out pretty clean. You took a few items off their person, some weapons, some supply, etc. And you pushed a little forward. Eventually, you found an atrium in which there were 6 alcoves arrayed in front of a kind of a recessed vault door. And you all noticed in these little sleeping alcoves were wardens of the well, the very kinds of people with their silver masks and their white robes that you see all around the City of the Dead, the Hall of the Departed. And Kef asked someone to see if they were alive. Armande volunteered and decided to do so by poking them with a sword that he had just looted from the golden mask guy that you guys killed, which then awoke them. Now, one big thing that we shouldn't overlook is that they are without suits. There is blight that is seeping out from that recessed vault door, and they seem to be absorbing it. And this, honestly, is a very shocking. This would be an absolutely shocking revelation. Like so they woke up, started fighting you. Some of them did. You guys kind of tried to keep it quiet, but you let off a couple gunshots. A few of them woke up. And so right now, here is where we're at. 2 of them are awake and are fighting inside of this atrium, and they are standing and swinging with Armande. And Richter is on the ground, having been broken by damage. Then we know that just outside the atrium, Kef and Redor have retreated. Unfortunately, Redor is also broken, but she's broken by despair. So it's a little bit different. And so, but both Redor and Richter are limited in what they can do. They can't really take actions. They can basically just move unless they somehow get unbroken. And there are ways to do that. We went over those before the game. But that is the condition that we are in right now. And we are starting a brand new round of combat, brand new round of initiative. And so we're going to deal the cards. I left everything as it was last week. And so we're just going to deal fresh cards. How's everyone feeling? We feeling good? Feeling okay?
I'm excited.
Great.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
And
It's good.
Full of despair, clearly.
Okay, healthy.
2 of them are up. 1 of them has been defeated. 3 of them remain slumbering in their alcoves. And so there's always the potential that more can wake. So let me get a little music going for our combat adventure here. And then I'll go ahead and do a little, let's do that one. Okay. And then let me draw some new cards. And that's going to dictate a lot of what's about to happen and whether we're playing a new game. Here we go. Okay. Shuffling up. First up, Armande. I'm so glad it actually lands on you first, because I need you to actually roll an empathy test.
Oh.
You're looking around. You know that your actions of poking this guy and waking him up have triggered a chain reaction of events in which Richter is potentially dying on the ground. Redor is fleeing, kind of losing her cool. Not only that, but as you see the one that's standing over top of Richter, you actually kind of recognize him based upon the little chunks of hair coming out from behind the robe that has been pulled back. And you think back to a week and a half ago or so, as you were at Levon Najar's funeral, and you were at the Hall of the Departed. A man by the name of Sir Aaron Mir Bilal came and spoke with you very kindly. And he seems to be one of these wardens that are fighting you. So I need you to roll a empathy test as you're getting hit with some despair here. I should have done this immediately before, but I forgot. And so we're doing it now.
Okay.
So empathy test can mitigate some of this loss, though.
Yeah, and I don't think I can charm this guy, so I'm not going to give myself that. Okay, so... Nope.
No successes at all?
No, I've got 2 empathy. That is, that's not a good odds for me.
Okay. You are going to take 3 despair as you look at this scene in front of you. Maybe some fault in your coming through your mind, and then looking at this old man as well, who was very kind to you all about a week and a half ago. How does that situate you? Are you still up?
I'm still up. I've had better days, but I am still hanging by a thread.
Well, it is your turn as you see Richter on the ground with these guys looming over top of him.
Well, especially if I'm feeling super guilty about causing all this, then I think the knee-jerk reaction is to do my best to take care of him, or potentially, if possible, can I potentially drag him a little bit away and try and take care of him, or do I have to just stay in this spot to do the whatever the term is?
If you want to drag him out of the room, I would say dragging him out of the room and moving, that's your whole turn. I don't think you would be able to get a first aid action off. You could either try to do a first aid action on your turn right now, but that leaves you completely open to these guys, or you can drag him back towards where
I feel
Kef
like getting
and
him
Redor
out
have.
of there is the best thing, just to...
Okay.
I'd hate to like spin the action to try and unbreak him, and then he's still there, I'm potentially going to get smacked. So yeah, I'll get him out of there.
So you race over, you get your arms underneath his like armpits, and you start dragging him out. In this game, there's no attacks of opportunity, so you're able to pull him down that small, short hall to where Kef and Redor are. And it is your turn, Redor.
So I think the most that I can do is just to try to get myself as far away as possible.
Okay.
So that's my goal, is I'm just sliding myself on my butt out of, I imagine I'm just feeling like this is never going to work, and we came all the way down here and we got so close, and like what we're looking for is like right through that door, and they're going to find our bodies here just like these bodies were laying, and sobbing,
right,
crawling into a corner.
The other thing we didn't actually talk about is crew maneuvers. Do any of you still have yours available for this fight? Kev does. Okay.
Yes. It is not useful for anybody else but me.
It's still going to be useful, though, for the combat. So, okay.
Yes.
And mine would be an action,
Redor,
so no.
all right. So then that is going to bring the action to one of these two. I'm going to say this is the...
Ooh, sorry. Because you said that, I just want to say this out loud. The Delver is now Jeremy. Jeremy, did you do a rally as a crew maneuver?
No.
All explorers within medium range restore 1 hope.
Oh.
Well, then you can
do that as a outside of your normal.
That is right? Does not take up an action. So if you wanted to do that, you certainly could.
That sounds great. He loses despair. He feels like crap for causing this whole problem. Drags Richter. Guys, come on! We have to go. Get up! Come on! We can do this. We're fine. We're not gonna die here. I don't think. So just get up. Go.
Okay. So everyone take a hope back. And I would say, Redor, that would have happened before your turn. So you actually have a hope. Does that mean you're not technically broken? So you actually can take an action if you like. So we can erase yours a little bit and redo Redor's turn here.
Because I remember the burrows thing, but I'd forgotten the Delver.
Because I didn't even have that up. Okay. So I am too close to shoot my gun, right? Like we need to be farther away from these people to shoot guns,
absolutely
right?
Can shoot your gun. I would say if you shoot the gun, I think you guys are the equivalent of medium distance, right? Medium range, short range. I would say. Sorry, not engaged, but you're not in the same room. You're one band out of it, so I think that's medium. So I think what I would probably do is I would just penalize their roll, which means they're rolling 1d6 at this point.
To hear.
That's probably all I would do.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, and I'm sorry, I thought I wasn't going to get to go, so I didn't necessarily pay as close attention to who exactly was where. So is there someone
Everyone is now, because Armande dragged Richter out of the room.
Okay.
And so now all of you have pulled out of this atrium, but you can definitely see that these wardens are not quitting, and they are in the process of turning and chasing after Armande.
Okay.
So they are certainly coming for you.
I would like to. Is there one that has taken any damage so far?
You do notice. How about this? Give me a perception test. I should do this for free. I don't know if this is make this a bonus action or something.
0 successes.
Both of them definitely have some signs of blaster fire and slashing and stuff like that, but it's hard to discern if one is particularly more damaged than the other, but they both have taken some, yes.
Okay. Then I assume the best thing for me to do is shoot, because I don't have good logic to heal anybody, so I'm just gonna shoot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fire away. Oh no,
man! I can't push.
That's a lot of
0
dice.
successes, and I can't push because I have.
So maybe it's just Armande is kind of in the way a little bit, and so you're trying not to hit him as he's dragging past, and so you're trying to be a little bit more conservative with the shot. I am going to do my rolls. Basically, I'm gonna if one of these are 6. None of them are 6s. I rolled a 3, a 2, and a 4. So the 3 that are slumbering are not awoken by the sounds of your gunfire. Okay. However, next up is one of these. We're saying this is Sir. Was his name Sir Baron Mir Alal? I think his name was something like that. He is going to.
Is what I wrote down.
Yeah, he is going to come charging down into the fray, and he's going to have. I'm going to say he's going to have 3 targets. I'll say that Armande dragging Richter is going to be enough of cover for him not to choose between Richter. So it's going to be, so which one he goes at is going to depend upon this roll. I'll say 1 to 2 will be Redor, 3 to 4 will be Armande, and 5 to 6 will be Kef. This is 2, so he's going to charge at the person who just shot. So he's going to go right after Redor.
Oh, no. My 2 health.
charging in at you. He's got that big Mercurium blade, and he is and with a man that is infused by the thing that you know to be an awful substance or living thing. It's so many theories about what blight is, and they are doing the unspeakable and trying to empower themselves. These holy folk who are supposed to tend and care for the dead. This absolute blasphemous action. He's going to charge in, and unfortunately, he knows his skills very well. So he's going to roll. I don't think anything's going to come. Yeah, he doesn't have any talents to come into play, and so he's just going to swing away. Swing away, Meryl. And that is one success. And unfortunately, you've already gone. You've already taken your action, so you cannot block. So you're going to take 4 points of damage, Redor.
So can I still roll my delving suit?
You can roll your armor, for sure, but you can't roll block.
Yeah.
Man, these swords are awesome. Okay.
You and D6 games every time.
I can, yeah.
Yeah.
He comes in, charges, slashes down. You feel in here the sounds of the blade cutting into your suit. Maybe you see a quick expulsion of gas, like maybe some of the oxygen canister that you use to funnel good air into your lungs comes loose and starts spiking. And I think you said you fall, right? Because you had 2 health, correct?
I did have 2 health, and I took 4 damage.
Okay, so that means since you fall, we're rolling. I think we got to roll a critical injury when you reach 0. Correct. Let's get that up. Here we go. Okay, so in the process of slashing away over and over, you stumble backwards, and your leg gets caught on one of these outcroppings of rock coming out from the sides of this natural cave, and you hear a sickening crunch as a bone inside of your leg seems to have snapped. So you can go ahead and drag the broken leg injury onto your sheet.
Yep, 7-day heal time.
Okay.
Oh no.
It is now Richter's turn. I want to remind you, Richter, you can hold your action even if you're broken. So if you don't want to go now in the hopes that Kipser or Kef might try to heal you, you can absolutely do that. You guys can see the initiative, though. You know that the danger is that there's going to be another one of these coming in.
Okay. Armande, just leave me. I'm slowing you down. And I'll start crawling away as best I can. One move.
Okay. So you just
What?
you take your move, you push Armande off and start crawling away. Okay. It is the next warden's turn, who's going to come charging in as following his ally. And I have 2 targets left. I'll say with Redor fallen, Richter charging away. It's going to be between Kef and Armande. I'll say 1 to 3 is going to be Armande, and 4 to 6 will be Kef. It is going to be a 3. So this one's going to come for you, Armande.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. And I miss. This is the other one. This is the person you don't know. He comes going to swing down, but as he does, you're able to sidestep it ever so slightly, even in your big, bulky uniform. And then we come to Kef.
I guess if Richter is moving away from me and Armande, I'm going to use my move to get to him and my action to try to roll logic to get him up.
Okay.
Medical him.
That sounds great.
I have a medikit on me as well if you want to use that.
Can I?
I'll allow it. You're specifically healing him. You could probably funnel through go through his things and grab it out, and you guys know what each other carries, so I think it's okay.
Okay. Is that just like a +1, Richter?
Yeah.
It's 2 bonus for gear.
+2. Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll take that. Oh my god. How about no successes?
7
I am going
dice,
to push it.
0 successes.
1 success.
That is enough to unbreak Richter, so you can take 1 health back and you're no longer broken. You still have your injury, obviously, but you're just not broken any longer, and on the next round you'll be able to act. Okay, and we are going to the next round, oops, there we go. And it is going to be Rador's turn. Rador, you now are broken. You have that same choice that Richter had. You could potentially delay for somebody else. You can kind of start shifting down, hold your action, so to speak. Or
can we switch order at the top of the round? Can we switch card order?
So let me double check, because I think it's a little different with what's it called? I'm not sure if it's exactly
I was thinking
like
Dragon's Bane. Yeah, you knew what I was going for.
Yeah. So there's what's called hold off. So if you want to hold and go later in the round on your turn, you can swap initiative cards with another PC/NPC whose turn comes after yours. They cannot refuse the trade, and they must take their turn immediately. You can't swap with somebody who has already taken their turn. And anything that triggers on your turn doesn't happen until you actually take your turn. So if you decide to hold off. So yes, it does seem like it's like Dragon.
Cool. So who should I trade with? So
I'm thinking Jeremy would be the most effective at this right now.
Okay. That would put me all the way at the end, which is good. So Jeremy is now 1 and I am now 9.
Okay. So there's somebody right up on me. Good
Yes. And Rador's pretty close to you as well. And you have good logic.
It's kind of a debate of like, is it better to make an attack? Yeah, there's 2 of them here.
Yeah, you have 2 in short range. 1 is engaged with you.
I feel like in some ways it might be better for me to like cross my fingers and hope that I can actually be effective in getting rid of 1. Maybe.
Okay.
Is shooting an agility thing?
Yes.
Okay. And the flamer is considered a gun. And the flamer shouldn't hopefully make the same amount of noise that a gun would.
It's a squirt gun and a lighter.
I also just want to remind you that it's not a very good weapon. It's not going to do a ton.
Rude. It's my favorite weapon.
I think it gives like
both can be the same at the same time. It is your favorite and it is not good.
I mean, it looks like the flamer gives 2 dice, or maybe there's something else that I'm missing.
I think it's fire level, because the amount of damage it does is by fire level, and it's a very small fire level or low fire level.
Okay,
you did pick up the sword under your attack.
Yeah,
the detailed blade.
Remember? Then. Okay. Yeah, detailed blade. So I just click on the blade itself under the combat tab, right?
Yeah, and do you have any talents that would apply here?
Yeah, click on the picture next to the blade.
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
yeah.
I got it.
Okay, so you're just rolling flat.
Strength. I think it automatically does the strength for me. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it should automatically do it as long as you roll it from the combat. Okay, that's a hit.
That's one.
Are you attacking? Are you attacking the recognizable face? Well, so to speak, the figure. You can maybe hear his voice calling you as like an intruder. Intruder! How dare you! Are you attacking him, or are you attacking the nameless one that just broke Rador?
Well, whichever one just attacked me seems like the most logical thing. Because that's the one that's like, I feel like instinctively that's the one you go for. Is the one who like just swung at you.
All right.
I don't think he would like go out of his way to target the other one. That one's right there.
So you swing back and you get underneath his guard and you get him. They don't actually, they're not wearing any armor. They just are wearing these ceremonial robes. And so you're able to cut right through. And do you stay here? Do you have a movement if you wanted to try to move to short? Doesn't really matter. They're going to be able to catch you, but it's up to you.
Because I don't think if I do that, it's not like doing that will be enough to keep the other one from getting it. Like, if I could potentially move myself back to where I can find a position where I could limit it to only facing one, it's worth it. But otherwise, I feel like it's better to stay here and tank, unfortunately, to prevent them from going back to where Rador is.
Yeah, because if you flee this zone right here, you're leaving Rador all alone. She's broken with 2 on. And that's one of those situations that I usually don't attack down players, but like that's one of those situations where it's just like she's there,
That doesn't seem like the right thing to do. So, okay.
All right.
Okay. Really wish I could have rolled
Next up, we have Richter with his gouged eye and his crippling pain. But he does have health back and is no longer broken. You're laying prone, but what would you like to do?
I'll get up. Is Rador in my zone? Or is she further away?
No, Rador is up because remember you started crawling away from where she was, so you actually moved. So, you're like you're one band away, so you're a movement action away. Like you can move to her.
Okay. I will shoot from where I am then.
Okay.
With the fusillade rifle.
Okay.
The wardens that are. I think there's one on Armande.
Yeah, there's
one on Armande.
A little bit.
There's one that just took out Rador, and Rador is on the ground, and it's standing over top of her, sword in hand. You're not sure if he's going to continue swinging or not. So there's those two, and then there's the one that Armande is fighting.
Okay, I'll aim at the one above Rador. It's fire shot at him.
Okay,
and I'll use my crew maneuver flank for the 3 bonus die.
Nice.
Yeah, great idea. Maybe it's literally Rador flanking as his attention is so taken by Rador that he's looking to where to stab next, and that gives you an opening to fire.
She's so close to despair and holding her very broken leg. Ow!
Mm-hmm. You guys are pretty messed up. Yeah. That's a good roll. That's a good
really
roll.
Good. 5 successes,
Gosh.
6 damage, crit of 3.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So 6 damage.
That's nice.
Okay. Yeah, you fire, and let's roll a crit to see how you kill this guy, because that's a ton that you just did to him.
Thank goodness.
Okay, that's no help. Okay, you fire center mass, and you just see this blossom of blood suddenly appear as he goes flying back. Sword clanks down next to where Rador is laying broken, and he slumps against the wall. You can see the silver mass like drooping down, and you can see the skin underneath is maybe slightly mottled from this absorption of blight. But yeah, he's dead.
Rador,
as you've taken that one out.
Very quietly, it's just like, thank you. How?
Okay. All right, I am going to do 3d6s to see if any of the sleepers awaken at the sound of this. Okay, you guys are lucky again, as that is no 6s, and so right now it's still just the one, the named known figure, who's going to turn to Armande and sword on sword action is going to swing out at you. This is not for you.
Okay, I don't want
it. That's 2 successes.
Okay.
That's 5 damage with a crit threshold of 5. So you can roll your protection, see if you can get it under the crit threshold. Otherwise, you are unfortunately taking crit.
Yeah. Roll armor's damage protection, and that probably won't. No.
All right, take 5 points of damage.
Man, they're rolling so well.
And now we draw the crit. Okay. Yeah, so he swings at you. Are you still up from 5 damage?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He is. He's got like 8 health, I think.
So he swings, slashes a bit here and there, and then the flat of his blade catches you in the head, and your head just rattles around inside of your helmet, and you get concussion. So go ahead. So that also is going to, on your conditions, go ahead and put confused. Go ahead and toggle confused on. Drag concussion onto your sheet. Might even do it automatically. Okay, and that is his turn. We come to Kef. Kef, you have just woken up Richter, got him, or not woken him up, but got him back up. He immediately pulls out the rifle and fires. You look back, you can see he blows one of them away, but then you also see the second one is starting now to take it to Armande, and Armande just took a series of horrible slashes, which means that he is in a terrible state himself. What do you want to do, Kef?
She is going to reach down and grab the fusillade pistol that she had been shooting with before, put down to obviously help Richter, and points it straight towards the fellow attacking Armande, and she is going to attack.
All right.
Let me see here. Yes.
Get him.
All right, that is a hit. You definitely don't want to push. because you have
Nope.
3 1s on your gear dice. So
Yep,
you would immediately
that
destroy
is,
this pistol.
Every
Yeah.
die that she rolled other than the 6 is a 1.
Yep. Yep.
Gear dice
That is
or base
1
dice.
6 and 5 1s.
Right as he's about to like do another swing, as like Armande is like stumbling and he's about to literally just cut him right across the throat, you fire and you throw off his balance and he stumbles a bit, stays up, steadies himself against the wall, turns back towards you, and then at Armande, he's still up, but he's bleeding from various wounds, and he looks that he is in a very terrible state. I am going to do a quick roll to see if any of the ones down the hall wake up. And this time, one of them does. As you guys hear the sounds of as there's a figure that is waking up down the hall. Not immediately in combat, doesn't necessarily know everything that's going on, but certainly is now awoken. So let me... All right. Okay. They're not going to go on this round. We're going to go right over to Rador. You had waited. What would you like to do now?
I am going to, kind of just with my broken leg, just scooch myself out of, kind of where I was and closer to where everybody else is. Ow! Ow!
Okay.
Ow! I think another one woke up. I think I see another one stirring.
Oh.
All right. So Armande is the only one left up front, and so the individual that just woke is going to like look around, and I'm going to make a proper perception test to see if he kind of can sense anything amiss. And if he does, he'll start moving. Otherwise, he climbs. So he's going to fail his perception. So he doesn't notice the fight going on just yet, but he is climbing out of his alcove and is clearly awake, but isn't going to enter the fray just yet. We come to Armande. You are the closest. You can actually maybe see down the hall as Rador warns you. Your head is pounding. You can see another figure starting to shuffle out of one of the alcoves. You still got this man in front of you, this silver masked man who is so kind and so considerate, but now he's something else because of blight. What would you like to do, Armande?
We've got to at least take out this last one that's remaining, or he's just going to keep hounding us, and I assume using the sword's the way to go, because I don't want to draw attention from the other one who woke up. So, just... will it automatically apply whatever the condition is from confused? Does that basically give like a minus, I assume?
It should, but it might not affect you. Confused so
is
just
logic.
like other games.
Yeah.
They only affect a specific
Oh, confused
role,
is
so that's not
logic. I see. Okay. All right. Well, I will cross my fingers and hope for a slightly better roll.
as a failure.
bless.
You do have
Man,
one.
dice are cold. I'm gonna push. Because
Okay.
yeah, it's kind of important to
It's your
try
hero. And that's what heroes do.
and get something
Sitting
done.
on 3 hope. Good.
Okay, that got one more. I just, can't roll for nothing when I have a decent pool.
So
It's okay.
this figure, this knighted figure of some kind, this man of the Wardens of the Well, this dignitary, after getting shot off of you, effectively, possibly saving your life, he turns back and it looks like he's coming for you again. And Armande, you're able to just thrust the sword out, and he just right onto it. And he looks you in the face, and you can see his eyes go back in their lids. You see this reddish, purplish veins in the sclera of the eye. You feel him like shudder. And then he falls limp, and you're able to pull the sword out, and he collapses to the ground.
I'm
So
really
you have
sorry,
taken
sir.
him out.
Yay!
All right.
Moving
And
along.
so it's going to be Rador's turn. Again, you can trade if you wanted to trade. You wanted to hold off.
Longer Kipser, which of you want to take my spot?
I think Hold on, where am I? I'm at the very end. If you switch with me, I think I have better logic than Long, but Long has Long,
Yeah.
you actually have medical. Maybe you should switch with Richter.
Yeah, I do have the
he's
medical
better
talent.
at it.
It's +1, but I am confused in my logic at the moment too.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe switch with me then.
Okay, you've got my spot.
All right.
Okay. So I'm going to use my move to get up close to where Armande and Rador are again. And I don't have the medical kit, but I will try a logic test.
Okay, and I don't even think you have to move because I do think Redora on the last round, I think she crawled towards where you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I did.
So, yeah.
I slid my broken leg along the ground and came back to
Right. Let's take a look at this then.
group.
Grit your teeth. Put a belt between them. Here we go. 1.
Okay. That's
I might
enough.
push. I don't have. It's however many successes, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's push this. Nope. Never mind. Shouldn't have done that. 1.
You take 1 health back. You're no longer broken. You're able to function
Awesome.
again.
1 hope,
All right.
1 health.
Richter, we come to you. You see Armande has taken out the second one that was attacking you, but you also hear the sounds of movement and shuffling down this short hall that goes back to the atrium. None have come charging out, so they're not immediately in combat yet. But there are 2 bodies on the ground of these, and there is a third body, back in the atrium. So it's probably just a matter of time before whoever this is comes to investigate. So, Richter, what would you like to do?
If I still have sights down the hall and I can see the one rising, I'll just prematurely take shots at him before it comes towards us.
Okay. Yeah. What's your range on? You have a rifle. You're fine.
Yeah, it's a rifle,
medium.
so it's a long range.
Yeah,
At
you're
max. That I can hit at. Okay.
good. Wait, might I suggest something?
Yeah.
Maybe step back even further, move back, fire. If you do that, I'll say I'm not going to roll. Roll for the others waking from the shot.
Okay. I'll use my movement first to create some distance,
Nice.
and then shoot.
Oh.
Third
Miss.
dicer's reading 1 hope loss. If I push, I'll take that and push it.
Okay. Oof.
No
Oh.
successes, and I actually break on the 2 hope loss.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
The
man.
dice
Fire.
I got you up
really
just in
are
time to get
unhappy.
Richter out of breakage.
Man.
Fire down this hall, but you miss. It doesn't even go down the hallway. It just the little arch, the rocky arch. You hit that. Some rubble comes down and falls on top of the bodies out here, and that guy is not aware that you shot at him. We come to Rador.
All right. So what should I do? I feel like
There's a move action away, FYI.
so what I guess what I could do is I could move over to Richter and Richter, would you be okay with me giving you some smelling spice, which would recover 1 hope, but you would be dazed, so that would affect your agility?
Yeah,
His
that's fine.
agility is what he uses
I can
to
be
shoot.
dazed.
Yeah, agility is what you use to shoot.
It's just like a minus temporary. Yeah, it's fine. It's better than doing nothing because I'll be broken.
Okay. So then wait.
1 second.
could
We need to
also-
roll a mental trauma for Richter as he actually
that's
said he
right.
was broken.
Ooh, okay.
So let me do that. Okay. You are worrisome. Okay. Even minor concerns, GM's choice, count as stressful situations for you with a potential hope loss of 1. So go ahead and drag that onto your sheet.
So when I come upon you to offer you some of my smelling spice, you're like worried.
Did you wash your hands before you gave that to him?
This isn't looking good, Riddle. We gotta get out of here.
We're almost we're so close. We're almost there. We're almost there. And I think I flavored it that I'm not sure how this works with the suit, but like she usually has like a ring, and like inside the ring is where she keeps this. So it's Sira, I believe.
Unscrew the glove, pull the glove off.
So
and
then I just sort of like wave it under, like sniff.
What is that stuff?
And like I use it all the time, so yeah, I don't necessarily have the same kind of reaction, but like you'll feel better. So you get a hope and you're dazed. So
right.
That is my turn. So I move to him.
Oh, so you just gave him the item. You didn't even try to empathy test. Or did you roll an empathy test and I didn't see it?
I did not roll an empathy test. Like that's how I was kind of flavoring how she would bring him up.
Oh, so you should still roll it though. It's just
Okay.
So there are drugs that do that, but there's also you're trying to do a friendly voice, which is a roll. So if you're trying to do that, that's a little different.
So can we say that I as I'm walking over there try to do a friendly voice and he seems like he's not responding at all. So then I resort to drugs.
Yeah. So it's Sira, right?
Yeah.
That heals the shaken or disheartened condition once per shift. That doesn't restore hope.
Sorry, I have
and it
I have an
doesn't
item
unbreak
called
him.
smelling spice. So maybe I'm
okay.
confused the names. So smelling spice
Okay.
as an item, sniff to recover 1 hope and become dazed.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Good deal. All right. So you kind of get back into the game. Things are a little bit in a weird state, and it is your turn, Richter, as you get up worried, dazed, confused, your shot missed. You know it's just a matter of time for that guy down the hallway to see one of his fallen brothers on the ground. And in that same atrium, because you guys left the first one in there, the body's in there. So obviously he's going to know something's up. So it is just a matter of time before he comes searching. And there's really only one way for him to come, because there's that big old vault door that isn't open. So what do you want to do, Richter?
Sudden sense of deja vu, like repeating itself. Fire again. I thought I just shot, so I shoot at him again.
Okay, go for it. All right.
He's dazed.
Okay,
And
dazed
confused.
gives me -2. Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Nothing like giving the guy who's dazed, confused, a little high, a gun to start firing. Hey,
I actually got one. What's this?
and so you see him looking, and he's kind of shaking off, and all of a sudden he takes a shot, and you see he stumbles back a bit into his alcove. Then he steadies himself, and he looks into the direction of where the shot came from. There's really only one way, and he sees this relatively lit people with their delving lanterns and flares and such, and some intruders. And you can see he readies his weapon to charge. But it is not his turn yet. It is Armande's turn.
Oh, okay. So we're shooting, and I can see he's looking at me.
So don't forget that whole like hold off stuff. You can do that with NPCs as well. It's not just so if one of you wanted to make him go so that he runs at you, so that he gets closer, that you can start swinging at him. That is totally a thing you could do.
Does it look like he'd be able to get to me this turn? Did reach me and attack?
I would tell you from where he is to where you are, I would probably say it would take his whole action to run like 2 zones to get to you, basically.
Okay, because there's the part of me like he really doesn't want to shoot us. He's got the little pistol, but he really doesn't want to wake another one up. So, looking at the yo-yo healing going on behind him, he's like, yeah, he'll do that. He'll basically, okay, yeah,
Okay.
just
So
like
he
wave
will,
him.
sword in his hand, he will just start, run through this!
Oh my
and
god,
he
this
will
is so stupid.
move down, and he'll get right in front of you, but by the mechanics of the game, he is not yet able to swing. It'll be Kef's turn, as you see one of them charging now once more in to the fray.
Well, that is close enough for me to raise my pistol and keep trying to shoot at the things trying to attack Jeremy. I was going to switch to my rifle at distance, but I don't think I need to anymore. Let me see here. Yep.
Oh, that's a great roll.
Are they dead?
They are not. They took, what was it, 2 from Richter, and so they take 4 from you. They do.
It's the crit threshold.
Yeah, let me see what crit they. I'm just gonna draw a crit and see what they get with this. Nope, they're not dead, but they you kind of shoot them maybe in the neck, and there's like this splattering of blood. Their whole silver mask gets covered in blood, and you can tell that they're having trouble seeing. So they would be distracted right now. You see their silver mask covered in blood, but they're not dead.
Armande, be
Good
careful.
shot, though.
Thanks.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And Rador, you see this other one now coming right next to Armande. You see Armande's got a sword. Kef shot. This guy's got shot twice, but maybe Armande can finish him, maybe not. He's covered in blood. What do you want to do, Rador?
So I want to make sure that I am far away so that I'm less likely to trigger the noise, and then I want to shoot him.
Okay. Yeah, so you back up to like Kef and Richter's range, and you fire in. That's another great roll.
All right, 4 attack damage.
How do you want to kill him?
Hits the crit
God.
threshold.
How do you kill him?
So she does have a broken leg, so she was sort of like limping backward, and so she is like kind of standing awkwardly, and she doesn't feel like she's going to be able to aim in any particular direction. So this is just sort of like center mass, where she's just kind of trying to fire, and she's almost like wincing as she like squeezes the trigger because of like the noise kind of aspect of it, just trying to like do it as quietly as possible.
His face covered in blood, like the mask covered in blood, and in his eyes, and he just starts swinging wildly in front of him, knowing that Armande was just there. And then Armande, it's easy enough to dodge out of the way, and then shot comes from the darkness behind you, and he just falls to his knees and then forward until he's on the ground. You look over, you can see Rador laying on the ground, firing.
Thank you.
And he's defeated. You look back down the hallway. The 2 that were on the far sides don't seem to have stirred as of yet, but you do know that there are 2 more in there, but it doesn't look as though they have stirred. For the moment, we're going to say we have concluded this encounter.
Oh my goodness. That was so... Where is everybody at? I'm at 1 health, 1 hope, and 5 heart.
Not been hit.
119.
Okay.
3,
7,
2, 4.
1, 10.
Not great.
Got down.
Right. Maybe you lot sit over there a bit. I'm gonna take a look at the bodies.
All right, I'm going to need everyone to... We're going to need to spend 1 supply for the combat. And then I believe Rador shot, Richter shot, and Kef shot. So that's 3 more supplies. So it's a total of 4 supply need to be burned for that encounter.
Doesn't something happen when you drop under 4 supply, by the way? Because I'm
it
down
does.
to 3. I'm down to
Yeah.
3.
You guys can
I've got
discuss
4 left. I'll
who
just knock off my
drops
4.
the supply.
I
So
could-
Roberto, just because
I
I,
don't mind-
say 1 supply doesn't mean
I could
you
drop
have to
3
do
out
it.
of my
It's
4.
from the pool.
I can go down to 3.
Okay.
Like, we can do 1, 1, 1. I think we can just split it up and share the load.
I can take 2 because I have 5
Okay.
at the moment. Or 6, sorry.
I don't mind going low because I think I'm the best health of the group.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just trying to remember what happens because I think everyone's going to bump below 4 with that.
When a PC is reduced to 3 or fewer supply, then we start rolling on the supply incidence table, where certain things can happen. So if anyone hits 3, let me know.
I am at
and
3.
we'll start doing that.
I'm at 3.
Okay. All right. So when a PC is reduced to 3 or fewer supply, they roll for a supply incident each time they would lose another supply. So you don't have to do that just yet.
Okay.
Wait, so how much supply did we remove there?
I just take
Total
1 off long.
Just take 1 off? Okay.
Yeah, and then that makes it even.
All right.
And you can be the first one to pay it when we go back up.
So what are you guys saying? What are you doing? There are 3 bodies in front of you. You know there's a 4th down the hall.
Can I check the bodies, pat them down?
Yeah, there is not much on them actually. They really just have the swords, and their silver masks, there's plenty of those. And then they have their robes. Doesn't look like they're actually hiding. They don't have any like hidden pouches or anything like that. The swords themselves are something called a mercurium blade. So if you're interested in picking one of those up, I can drag it onto your sheet. It's a one-handed. It's got a fairly high crit threshold, but it does do decent damage. There's really nothing special to them, to be honest.
Yeah, we killed 4 of them. Most of the bodies are out here. I would collect all of the Mercurium blades and offer them to Rodori for you if you want. Richter, Armande, you want another one? And I take one for myself as well.
Sure.
Gotcha.
We're coming down here for nothing. It's that vault over there.
Door to go through too.
Now I've got to quietly figure out how to get through that door and not wake the other 2.
Well, that's the other thing is, how many of us have rifles now?
I have a pistol.
Because we could just shoot them before we even enter that area again.
Do we need...
Running on low on supply. Can we waste it there?
All right, then maybe we just go quiet.
Very quiet. We need to figure out how we open the door.
Yeah. Gotta get a good look at it first. And no poking the bodies again, Armande.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. God knows where I get that idea. See, I would have done it anyways. I'm sorry.
Now you know.
He's just
not a thing you'll do again.
He's just fondling his little statue from his mom, just like the little with the uncreated spirit or whatever it's called. Just muttering to himself a little bit. This was a bad day.
Oh yeah. Now that we're out of combat, using our keepsakes for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Rodor, kind of 1,000-yard stare as she is once again imagining making fungi recipes.
Kef is definitely worrying her worn coin, like just between her hands in the glove. She's just got it in the palm of the glove.
Is it like a D6 or just one? Hope.
Just one.
Just one, okay.
Yeah.
I thought so.
The D6 is if we get to sleep.
After you get like the full rest, so to speak.
Fair. Yeah, definitely not doing that out here.
No.
Okay, so dangerous.
We just, we gotta go see what's there, but we just try and be as quiet as possible.
Yeah. No talking once we get over there.
Okay, yep.
And then if we're going to like open the door and possibly be noisy about it, we'll be like at the ready to take them out if they wake up. But
Okay.
Come back into the atrium. And once more, it's a sort of a circular chamber. And it's clearly carved directly from the asteroid stone. And you can see, but the walls are very dark, very, very smooth. There are these 6 alcoves, these shallow alcoves. 4 of them are now empty. The 2 on the farthest sides, the farthest reaches, still contain 2 silver masked wardens, motionless, hands folded over their chest, swords between them. Very, heavy cloak robe kind of situation. You can see the vapors. I think we already did blight, but the vapors are drifting out from this sealed vault at the far end. That's kind of recessed a little bit beyond. There's a very soft and sickly shimmer in the air in here as the lights, the lanterns and such that you're using. Okay. So you're gonna bypass these alcoves and you're gonna try to take a look at the door, correct?
Yes.
that is correct.
So it's a very, very narrow, but also very short, like recessed mini tunnel that eventually ends in this gate that you were able to see the slight reflections of. And it's this polished stone barrier. And you can see that there is a thin line splitting the center of that stone barrier where two halves of doors, or of a door, meet, and they are glimmering fairly faintly under like the sweep of your lanterns and such. You notice as you get closer to it that there is white pinkish blight frost that is coalescing atop of the doors themselves, and it's covering them. And it's got this almost very surreal kaleidoscope-like coloring, very bright, almost spring-like, like flowers blooming. And this is what you see upon first glance. What would you like to do?
Maybe... Actually, over the course of the game, I have picked up archaeology to kind of help understand ruins and stuff like that. Maybe take a minute to study.
You have...
I don't know if there's anything really to gain from it.
Archaeology, no. Okay. But yeah, if you wanted to get closer...
That goes more towards ruins, but yeah, no worries.
Right. So what you notice is when you get a little closer, first you can feel the suit that you're wearing is working hard against the blight that is seeping out from this. You notice that underneath this sheath of ice that's covering the stone door, there are at least one, possibly two different glyphs in here. They're effectively, you can also see like on either side of the door, not the door itself, but either side of this recessed hall, there are those same glyphs that you saw on the projection, the glyph of, but you also see, so it's like the Dolum and Ishra, so the glyph of blight and the glyph of life. You can see both of those on either sides. But you also notice underneath the ice that there is some other glyph that seems to be on the door directly. And again, these are the two that are etched to either side are the ones that indicate a builder vault. So again, that's stuff that you all would be familiar with.
Okay. Kind of quietly relay that.
The vault's really here.
If we get closer to it, so it's like frost, like if we get closer to it, like I'm trying to figure out if like a little bit of our warmth might like melt it a little bit, if it's like covering over the doors.
You know, got my fire pistol.
She says in a whisper, and Verdor nods silently.
You know
back.
who's got my fire pistol?
Okay. I'm just... If a bunch of weird blighted monsters come after us, I was only following orders, and nobody ever got in trouble for following orders.
So you want to try to melt the frost a bit.
Okay. So Armande, you're going to use the flamer?
Sure.
For its intended purpose?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is where you're actually supposed to use it, and not how I've been teaching you to use it.
Okay.
You begin. It's slow going. It's going to take a little time. It's going to take a shift. So go ahead and burn another supply. Whoever wants to do it can. Doesn't have to be Armande. And if one of the people who are at 3 are burning a supply, let me know. But you're able to burn away the sheath a bit so that you can kind of gain access to the scene, gain access to that glyph to get a better look at it. It's kind of hard to tell precisely what it is because of that pinkish white ice. But as you're cutting through and melting, in some cases you're having to like loosen and then chisel a little bit and then flame a little bit here and there. It's just slow going. This does actually release, there's this expulsion of gas, like a gas-like substance that is essentially blight in its form. And so Armande, since you're the one doing it, you're going to suffer a blight attack.
Okay.
As the residue, as you're going through this. So this is different than just the passive thing that you get from moving. This is, I actually have to roll it, so nothing might happen. So if I roll really poorly, so let me do that really fast. And I did roll a success. So I have one success. So you can roll your blight protection.
Okay.
Of your suit. So this would be doing 2 damage to you.
Come on.
Or 2 blight, I should say.
Okay, so 1 success, reduce it by 1 then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
So, just double checking something.
While you're double checking,
really fast.
I'm going to say welcome to Raiders from the Cat's Meow Show. Welcome on.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that raid. Playing some Coriolis. We are at the very bottom, about to go in the final room of this delve. Okay, so again, it's heart. It comes from your heart. It's the blight damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what that does, however, is you're able to clear enough that you can see that there is this other glyph in here. If you want to roll logic, you can. Anyone really can, be honest. And if no one has Glyph Scholar, I think, so there's no talent that would apply here.
Okay. Logic.
Okay. How do you do?
Ordura can't figure it out.
2.
Okay. 2 is fantastic. So what you are able to deduce, Armande, by staring at it, ergology training probably overlapping somewhat here. It's the Gepra glyph. And it has a couple different translations. So the 3 that are most common are enter, light, or open.
Okay. Enter, light, or open. Okay. Open sesame.
Do we have a light source to shine on it?
It's not all 3 of those things. It's usually one of those interpretations.
I mean, we could try shining the light on it.
Try
There's no harm
the
in it.
lighter, yeah.
Shine the light on it a little bit. It doesn't seem to do anything. You just see the colors dancing around it a bit here or there. Go ahead, Redor.
What happens if you push it? Like, push the glyph.
Okay.
You reach out. You put pressure on the glyph. And you watch as the doors push open. It's not even the force of you pushing them open. Just touching the glyph seems to have activated something within it. And the doors slide. These heavy, thick stone doors slide open. And there is darkness on the inside, this swirling darkness. You shine in, you can kind of see a vaulted chamber. You can see a darkness kind of everywhere. There's a few shapes and stuff in here. It's kind of hard to discern, but again, you see more and more of that swirling blight, which now with the door opens, comes rushing out. And all of you are going to suffer a blight attack as you stand here in the middle of this doorway. I'll just roll the same one for all of you. As this is an 8d6. All right, so it's 2 successes. So everybody go ahead and roll your blight protection.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
Now I regret however we used Pyrex earlier. That Pyrex is now out of energy.
Remember I talked you guys out of doing it for the 1? Just like, okay, hold on.
But we got nothing left to now.
Okay.
And reduce by 1.
So this is going to do 4 points total damage. If you roll any successes, you can reduce 4 points of blight. So it does it to your heart.
So
sorry.
okay, so it does 4 points of heart damage, but if we rolled one success, then it would be -4.
It would be -1, so it would be down to 3.
-1. Okay, sorry. There we go. Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
well,
So it
I
looks
only have
like
3 left, so...
So I am now down to 1 health, 1 heart, and 2 hope.
I'm down
So Armande,
to 0.
it makes sense. You're right there at the
Yeah.
front. This sudden expulsion, it's like almost like a backdraft in some way of like fire, but it's just this gas, this swirling mist, and as it washes over you, kind of covers your face mask, covers your clothes a bit here and there. But yeah, you're going to be broken, and you kind of collapse a bit. You suffer a blight manifestation. You can move once per round. We're not really in combat at the moment. And each point of additional blight you take once broken now counts as 1 point of damage instead. So let's roll a blight manifestation for you. The first one. Exciting.
Hey,
Okay.
testing out the system.
Oh God, auto death. What?
I mean, it was a good run.
As Armande gets back up from where he stumbled a bit and turns to look at you guys, you can see that his skin, his body, and parts maybe of his suit have started to emit a very soft glow.
Armande, maybe step back a bit from where you are.
I don't think it's supposed to do that.
No.
No, I don't think so. But hopefully that won't last forever. But you look happy, and you'll help us move further into the dark.
Yeah, I'm glad I could be useful.
Let me take point for a bit so that you're not going to get hit by whatever else comes at us for now.
Okay.
So you push inside.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, Armande glowing does give off more light. You have your own light. You're looking around. The walls here are very smooth, very dark, and you see some of them are covered in vines and growth. Those of you who can smell through like the ventilators themselves, you can tell that like the decay that you had been smelling ever since that corpse net is gone. And instead, everything here is this dry, tomb-like air that starts to dry your throats out, gives you a little bit of a scratchiness feel. And as you're shining around, other than some of the growth on the wall, none of that really catches your attention. Doesn't seem to be actively moving or writhing. But then you turn and you look towards the center of the room, where you can see there is this dried bed of vines that's covering the floor as well. And there is a suited figure that is resting on a bed of these vines. Right in the center.
Does the suit look like one of the delve suits that we wear?
From a distance, it's hard to tell as there's vines and such covering, but it certainly doesn't look at first glance like the kinds that you've seen sold by various merchants within Ship City or that Explorers, where it certainly looks like a different kind of figure, a different kind of suit at the very least.
Armande, hand me back my lighter and my flamethrower, really.
There you
We're going
go.
to call it a flamethrower again. And I'm going to use sort of the lighter as a light source so that Armande doesn't get that close to it with his current health track. And I will cautiously go up.
As you get a little closer, you notice that the figure is in a vacuum suit. And is in like a seated position in this nest of vines. And as you get a little closer, you realize like the vacuum suit seems extraordinarily old-fashioned. And as you kind of break and burn away some of these dried vines and these branches, you get definitely a better view. And in addition to just this old vacuum suit, they seem to be holding in their hand this like black, weakly shimmering orb. It's about the size of an apple.
I sort of verbalize this, not loudly, just like verbalize it so they can hear me. Right. Anybody? Alright. I'm gonna do something dumb now. And I am... Is the orb on the inside of the vacuum seal or the outside of the vacuum seal?
It's in their hand. Yeah, so if you want, you could roll logic on like the suit. You can roll logic on the orb if you wanted to sort of assess it.
Yeah, I'll start with the orb. Let me see here. Yeah, okay. I don't think mechanic or jury or anything would apply here. Okay. I am going to push that roll. Nope. All right. I don't understand it. All right, Armande, it doesn't seem to be attacking right now. Maybe you can come and take a look. Or Rador.
Okay.
You might be good with this stuff.
I think probably Armande is better to look at this.
Okay.
So there's a suit as well. I'm not sure about...
An investigative style thing? Sorry.
Oh, yeah, maybe Richter. You know suits?
No, investigation wouldn't apply here. If you have historian, if you have artifact specialist, I could take historian for the suit. You could take artifact specialist for the orb.
No.
I'm assuming all of this you're doing just by like observing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I don't have those. I've got more like cartographer, archaeology, teratology.
You can still...
All right.
Artifact specialist is on my list of talents I want.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll still try the logic. No harm in trying.
Okay. Is this for trying to assess the suit, or is it for trying to assess the orb?
The orb, since that's what she was initially looking at. Nope.
Okay.
How much hope do you have left?
I'm gonna push it.
No, hold on. How much hope do you have left?
3, I think.
God.
Oh no! Oh no!
I somehow lost 3.
Oh no!
But you got 2 successes.
Can't get a break.
You got 2 successes.
No.
Okay.
There are 3 other people in the group, by the way. One person rolling doesn't preclude another person rolling. So like Richter can roll or Rador can roll. So this isn't the type of thing where like only one person can do this. Okay. So nonetheless, you do have 2 successes. So I'm actually just going to say, I'm going to roll those 2 successes into both of these things, right?
Ooh.
As you're standing there and looking at this figure seated in this bed of vines, you look at the suit itself, which, like Kef has already deduced, is not like anything that you all wear. It's not even like anything people in the old Horizon wore. And you see now that there is a little insignia on the chest that shows that it belongs, and it's amazing to say this, to the crewman of the Nadir. You can see it there, kind of sketched out, its image, its name, this lost ark ship from old Coriolite tales that fled the Third Horizon and tried to find another place and disappeared. And you can see that there is a faded name tag underneath the insignia for the Nadir that says the name Nikovar. Then, as you turn to maybe get a little closer, as this moment of like weakness hits you, I'm going to say because you broke, like maybe you get a little bit reckless or a little bit shocked, overtakes you. Your hand, before anyone really has a chance to do anything, reaches out towards that orb. And right as you're about to make contact with it, there's something happens. There's this sudden gold glimmer, very weak at first, that seems to come alive from right within this orb, or in this hand, and it rises in intensity until the entire chamber is suddenly basking in the glow of like a nova. Looks like a star has suddenly just illuminated this place. And Armande, in your comlinks, you hear this shrill sound that suddenly cascades from one side of your comms to the other. And after this explosion of brightness, everything goes black. And let's say, Richter, maybe you're in the back. You like kind of look over your shoulder and you just see this like cascading light that just seems to be moving down and out of the vault, down the hallway, through the atrium, and further into surely Ship City itself. Some kind of signal, some kind of emission has just cascaded out from this thing. And Armande, it, for reasons that you can't quite understand or explain, it feels to you like it's not just something cascaded out, but something communicated in, as if a response has actually been sent. And that's what you heard in your comlinks. The rest of you, most of it is just like this cascading overload in your suits, where all of a sudden your electronics, the flamer, the suits themselves, the lanterns, all of them stop working. Everything. Your readings, your ventilators, you start feeling the blight kind of seeping into your mouth, no longer being pushed out by the ventilators themselves. You look at maybe your Garuda device, Rador, and it's just not working. All of this just seems sourced from Armande just reaching out and perhaps brushing in contact with this orb. So you're in darkness right now. Utter darkness.
What just
We need
happened?
to get out. Or not. Well, whatever, it doesn't matter. We'll figure it out later. Right now, the blight's getting in. We need to get out now.
Okay.
Did you grab the artifact?
I'll reach down and I will grab the orb. I got it.
So it's in Armande's hands.
Oh, Armande?
I
Then I
got it.
grab
Yeah, he grabbed
Armande. Sorry.
Huh?
I thought he was drawn back a bit.
Sorry,
Let's go.
I'm just
Yeah.
there's so much in my head.
I'm gonna hold Armande's hand and guide him out as best I can, knowing that I can't see either, but I'll do my best.
Can I grab Armande's other hand and try to do an empathy thing to try to get him out of
Sure.
this despair?
At least I give you
Armande.
a little bit of light.
We were here, we found what we needed to, and you've got it. And now we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave. We're gonna make it out. This is really close, but we're gonna make it out. Let me roll it and see. I am. Oh man, no successes. Because I am currently. I can't read what that says. Whatever happens when empathy goes south is what I have at the moment. I did not roll any successes.
I got you. Mission accomplished.
Armande, you just keep seeing in your mind this explosion of light. The rest of you saw like an emission from him, from your suits. Lanterns suddenly grew brighter and such. But Armande, it's like you saw a bright golden white explosion in the room. Whereas the rest of you, just like everything just went haywire. Your comm suits, your comm links and your suits just started having this shrill sound. As you pull each other out, the only light you have for a few moments is actually Armande and his glowing. A few minutes later, you finally start hearing your ventilators pop back on. The panels on like the Garuda device and some of your other gear start to come back on. The lanterns start to flicker back on here and there. And it seems like your your suits are coming back after some kind of power surge.
I don't understand what just happened. But
there's like that explosion of light, and then there was like a call and response.
Some sort of signal.
Yeah, something happened, but let's survive.
Did you see
first.
he was from the Nadir? That's What a find.
If I had more time, I would have gotten a rubbing of it, but I think we got to get out of here now.
I think so. We've got to get back. None of us are doing very well. We've got to get back up and see what happened. What did we just release?
Well, I'm sure it's fine.
Even though my empathy is 2, Kef is gonna she has Armande by the hand, and she'll turn and look, come on, you got it, and she'll just give him the tough shake on you can do it, because that's about the level of empathy she's capable of. I will push that. Nope. All right, I tried.
Yeah, we're all good. Everything's great.
I should probably try as well.
Yeah, do your two dice as well.
I'm getting you out of here.
Now the whole decision to dump all your empathy is kind of coming back to bite you.
I could threaten him. I'd have more dice if I threatened him.
I don't think that would help.
Gosh.
That would be so funny.
By the mechanics of the game.
I'll push my roll. Hey, double sixes.
Oh my
There you go.
Wow.
What?
Awesome, Long.
I'm getting you out of here, Armande.
Okay. Yeah.
You guys are in that short, narrow hall between the atrium and this open door into this tomb for Nikovar, a member of the lost great ship, the Ark ship, the Nadir. Armande is holding in his hand this black orb. Anyone who hasn't rolled logic is welcome to roll logic on it, as now in the light of Armande glowing in your equipment, you're welcome to roll if you wanted to peer at it. If you've already rolled and failed, we'll say you did not study that chapter.
I don't think I can because my logic is 2 and I'm confused. So
Okay.
it's -2.
I think I'm the only one left.
All right, Redor.
Oh my gosh. I did.
Okay.
I rolled 3
now we get the
dice
good
and
rolls.
got 3 6s. Oh my
There
gosh.
we go.
You did read that chapter.
Nice.
Okay.
Ooh.
What you would be able to tell is that this is not any kind of heirloom tech. This isn't old Third Horizon tech. This isn't from before the Long Traverse. This is not this kind of tech. This wasn't something that they brought per se from before. Instead, you are quite certain that this is some sort of builder remnant. With your extra successes, you probably have remembered, maybe you've read in some strange, occasional or weird, academic essay that was put out somewhere, or maybe you just heard a story from an aged explorer who you remember reading about some kind of long-range communication device, something called a singularity sphere. And it has the ability, through unknown means, no one really knows how it works, to communicate at extraordinarily long distances.
I think I read something one time that these can send out messages over long distances. I think we just sent a message out. Not just here in Ship City, but far away.
To whom, and are they even still alive? This is old.
It's It's builders. It's... I can't believe we have our hands on a singularity sphere.
I think we gotta get that sphere to Mosca so she can tell us or deal with whoever comes.
Who did we just communicate with? Can we wrap it, or is Armande just sort of stuck kind of with it? Like, can we kind of like pack it up?
Yeah, you can put it in the back. Yeah, it doesn't seem stuck to him. It just in the moment of what happened, like his hand just touched it and he grabbed it, and then things cascaded.
Armande, you don't seem like you're doing so well. Maybe we put that in your pack?
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Don't need to go dialing up the wrong builder.
So we need to quietly go back out so that we don't...
Yeah, we just need to get...
By the mechanics of the game, is this a place that we can do any kind of resting in to try to recoup something back before we...
Yes. If you wanted to rest, you certainly could, but it does take time. When you rest during a delve, you spend supply, so you can make a delve camp. It has to be in a blight-free area, so this wouldn't work, unfortunately. So you would have to backtrack a ways, and that was actually all the way up to the corpse tent. Yeah. Okay. But then you could potentially set up a camp, and you can spend supply once per shift, and so technically you can, but it's not really going to help you in this situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we just need to do our best and try to get out of here now.
Just power our way out. Okay.
Keep pulling each other up.
Tiptoe past the last two. We don't want to wake them.
I figured we were talking and walking already.
So, do you leave the body behind of this Nikovar?
If the lights come up, I would like to get a rubbing of the symbol and his name tag, if possible.
Sure.
So we can.
The symbol is something that is known. It's like this half moon kind of situation. Sure. So you guys would know that of legend, but you have that. It's no problem. Give me like a perception test, Kev.
Sure. Does lookout apply here, or just straight perception?
Lookout's more for danger. This is not a dangerous situation. It's just something you might notice.
I was just more asking if you were about to attack us again.
I just want to point out, I didn't attack you. Jeremy attacked my guys, and they just responded. Before that, I attacked you. But
I am known for good decisions.
I think it was a great decision.
Fun decisions. Decisions.
Pushing be beneficial here?
One success would be all you need.
One success.
Okay, you notice as you're looking that one of the legs, there's a pouch that seems to be snapped open, and when you were like taking your sketch and examining carefully, very much dead, you notice and maybe pull out from this little pouch this dried white flower, and it's nothing that you've ever quite seen before. Now that you look at it, nothing that you ever quite read about either, seen pictures of, seen sold or grown anywhere. It's dried and it's white, and for some reason, it's inside this man's pouch.
Huh. Well, she'll like fiddle around and grab like a little tin on her belt, just pop it open, dump whatever was in there. Maybe it's just like a bunch of screws and bolts and washers, and she'll put the flower in there so that it's safe in a little container, right? And then put that back on her belt. Found a flower. I don't recognize it, but I'm not a botanist.
I am a botanist, actually.
Pop that open. Take a look.
I would say you also would not recognize this. And with you not recognizing it, that is probably a much more significant result. But it is something that you haven't seen or read about.
No, I know all about plants and fungi, and I don't know what that is, but definitely you're on the right track. Keep it safe, and we'll look more into it later.
Right. I just know it's dry. It's so delicate, so keep it enclosed.
Okay. So you guys want to backtrack, go back up, leave? Is that okay?
Yes.
We don't have to do the rolls on their way out. I will say, let's burn 12 supply. The cost for moving all the way up.
I
Are all
think that's
12
of
all
those
of our
under?
supplies. That should be
Mhm.
everything that we have
Okay.
Have
And I'm
five.
not going to.
mathematically.
Yeah. I won't do any of the like rolls for events or anything on the way out because these slumbering wardens don't seem to stop you. The body of this golden masked Coriolite doesn't suddenly awaken, and there aren't additional spiders shifting around. Strangely, the climb back up, you're tired, you're exhausted, confused, injured, but it is relatively easy. Takes some time. Takes maybe a couple hours for you to climb back up. But when you exit, you discover that there is a bit of chaos that seems to be affecting Ship City. And this chaos actually seems to help you all a bit. Because as you emerge, whether it's from the central well, whether it's from the side passage, either way, when you climb out, you notice that, first of all, there's no sign of Tamar Zarab and her Zapties and thugs that were chasing Rador and Kef, and you managed to elude. You can see that there are a handful of wardens that are congregating around the Hall of the Departed, but you definitely see those who are still here at this very late hour. There is confusion. You see people are talking. Some of them are like grouped up by certain landmarks here and there. But you're able to like use this distraction to continue to just sort of escape sight. No one seems to pay attention to you. Everyone seems to be far more interested in whatever scuttlebutt that seems to be occupying their conversations. If you like linger past or walk past or maybe just eavesdrop, it becomes very clear to you all that what affected you, that power surge and that blackout, was not limited to the room that you were in, but seems to have swept through Ship City itself. And even though the power seems to be back on by the time you guys get up here, there is this concern, this anxiety, excitement in some cases over what exactly just happened. And so you're able to actually get out of the City of the Dead with only the injuries that you've already accrued. And you start working your way back to safe grounds. But all along the way, you can see, even again at this late hour, people out on streets and alleyways calling out and talking at balconies across to one another about what just happened. And some of them are talking about the builders have returned. Others are talking about a portal, the portal that they always thought was dead here in the Jamua system. It's powered back up. Others are saying there's a ghost ship drawing near. So you're seeing all these fanciful tales. And even over the next few days, as you guys eventually get back to your apartments, in your homes, to your shuttle probably, you hear these stories and you start seeing them popping up throughout. You're able to find your way to Master Mosca without any trouble. And you're able to debrief her. And I'm presuming, unless you want to, do you tell her everything that went down? Are you full debrief?
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So we'll kind of cut to maybe a day or two later. You guys are patched up here and there, slings, and you can see cuts and bruises out of your suits now, sitting in her office, and like she's got her hands steepled and listening to you. And you can see that she also has some of the other senior members of the guild. And she says, "We will need to exhume this Nikova from within the Velasos. We need to transfer his remains to a secure vault to ensure he can be properly studied. But this is not a task that you all need to take care of. We have a team. I will send down. You all look very worse for wear. Rest assured you have done extraordinarily well. You have brought honor to the guild. And you have brought very serious discussions that we now have to have here within Ship City. A member of the Nadir here all this time, hidden by the wardens of the well. A vault, a builder artifact. Speak to no one outside of the guild, outside of myself and senior leadership, about what you witnessed. Rest, recover. I have some discussions I must have with the powers that be here within the city. This is not over yet, nor is your part in it. But you have time. I will be in touch. So she dismisses, and you'll get your stipend, so you don't have to ask.
Well, I think,
And she even says,
oh, sorry.
retrieving this sphere. She looks at you with a very slight smile. Might even qualify for a bonus.
Oh. And as she kind of does that, in Kef's hand is this locket that she picked up, and she's used her tools to actually open it and look at it. And she opens and closes it 3 times, just flipping it over and over before she, by the chain, drops it on Moska's desk, and she'll go, "That's another bit as well. That was a little bit further up, around where they have the urns. Someone's family member."
Do you wish to return it to them?
Not everything is always about money. Sometimes family and connections are important.
Do you wish for me to do this?
No, I'm not going to do it. I think this is very well for what I've been paid for doing.
Hef, you have discovered a builder artifact inside of Ship City. You have recovered a body of a member of the lost ship, the Nadir. The Explorers Guild is central to this discovery. Do you think I really have time to find who owns this locket?
We'll help you. We'll be happy to do it.
You're not going to let me.
She hands it over. She hands it over to Richter.
Oh, I was going to snap back.
Thank you, Richter. I'm sure.
Yes, of course.
I'm sure whoever is the owner, the family of this, will be quite pleased. I would be very careful, however, about divulging how you acquired it. Looting the dead, even with good intention, might not sit well with all.
We will take care of it, for sure. Yes, we will.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a great deal of work to do. Get better, get rest, and I will call upon you shortly. And so you guys depart. There's a little epilogue here. What do you think each of you does over the next few days or a week or so? Do you if you just want to give us a quick little snippet of what the next few days of recovery is for you. It doesn't seem as though the Zapties are on your tail quite as often as they did before, as if the cat is out of the bag, and now it does not seem to be haunting you. Obviously, the gold mask individual is deceased. So you start having, as you walk down the street, you don't have the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. You can go back into your shuttle and rest. It doesn't seem like you have these issues that you've been having for the past week or so. So let's just go around. Richter, what do you think Richter does over the next few days or a week in this little downtime period?
So Riddor's contact is a cantina owner named Rada Jahuna. and her motivation is to read all the Zinti novels. So I would say that she is drinking and reading. Like, this has been very stressful. And so I would say her kind of initial rest period will be going to the cantina, drinking, and just kind of like plopping up, where you just sort of take a booth and sit with your legs up in the booth and just read and drink. I would say that's kind of the first thing that she does.
Okay.
I would say, to put a little flavor to it, we were talking pre-stream about having some crew XP to spend to help Pyrex a bit, and you spend less XP if you've got a teacher. So she's going to dare to go back to the bird market and the woman that we had stolen Pyrex from, but try to seek her assistance in additional training with Pyrex.
We see a montage of you kicking your feet up and reading, haggling, kicking your feet up and reading, haggling, back and forth you go. But we don't get the result of that yet. Instead, Richter, what do you think you do over the next few days?
Yeah, I've got an eye patch for my gouged eye healing. Wearing that around. A bit of a sling for my crushed ribs. Those are coming in. Then updating my brother and some of the things we saw as promised. Filling him in. And actually
So
returning home.
You sided with your brother? You actually gave the brother all the info and did not do as Moshka said?
Oh, didn't listen to the boss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Family comes first.
Oh.
I'm telling him. He asked me to.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
And then
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead and finish.
Go ahead. Oh.
No, you go ahead.
And then because we just got a nice payout, actually returned home, fund the family a bit, visit my son and grandma.
Okay.
Forgot you had a son.
Yeah. So does he
So
sometimes.
did he.
Okay. Locks the door, just tells him, keep stirring the risotto. Be fine. Okay. So we see Richter with his family. We see Richter divulging things to Rashid so that the Navigators Guild know just as much about what went down inside the Well of Souls as the Explorers Guild. We'll cycle over. We'll look at Kef. What does Kef do over the next few days?
Kef has made bargains with the Black Toads. So she is going to go get Gar Budaleb. She's going to make contact with Gina, meet at the cantina with Gina. And they are going to discuss Gar Budaleb. She's going to essentially let him go, let them know that he is no longer in danger. And there's something down there. Can't say what, but
Is everybody just telling all the secrets? Good gracious.
Long beat me to it, but I absolutely was. I'm not going to give the details, but she's going to imply there's something happening. She is hoping to alleviate a debt.
She'll look at you with a wry smile as she's sipping from whatever it is you drink. And she'll say, that sounds very interesting. And I'm very delighted that you're willing to share it, but you should know better that when we say favor, we mean it.
Can't blame me for trying. How's Bruno been then? Still muscle?
And then the two of you will just kind of fade off into this chatting about this guy and that guy. And then we cycle up. What do we see Armande doing over the next few days?
Armande probably waits for his skin to stop glowing. So he probably has a couple of days where he's just crashed out on the bed. And then once that finally clears, he there's not really a phone number, so to speak, but he'll take the information that Dara had shared, and he'll go find her and see if she's willing to take him up on, he'll begrudgingly listen to the artist that she said it's better.
Okay. So we see Armande sleeping. We see him dancing, meeting with Dara, sleeping, etc. And during one of these off days, when you're sleeping, maybe in your bunk, within your shuttle, we zoom in on him, like kind of stirring a bit in his bed. He is by himself. It's very, very tight, very dark in here. The glow is probably starting to fade a little bit from his skin. And you can see he's definitely having a very small fit. And then we quickly shift and we see there's Armande standing alone in this white void. It is endless, this whiteness, except for this mirror that is standing before you, Armande. And as you stare into it, you realize that the reflection isn't yours. Instead, you see a man who seems to be wearing an old heirloom-style vacuum suit. It's white. It's worn. You can see faded insignias and ancient text on his breastplate, a strange symbol on his helmet, stars above a crescent moon, the very emblem of the lost Ark ship, the deer. He seems to be beckoning you. He has a hand that raised, it's open, and you can see it reaching for his visor as if to slide it open. And it's at that moment we cut back the room. We see Armande suddenly burst from sleep. And as you look around, the faint glow of your skin from your blight manifestation still giving off some shapes in the room. You cannot help but feel this lingering premonition staying with you that something is coming.
Oh, man.
And that is where we're going to go ahead and end for tonight. And that is the end to the first and last man, the opening adventure in the
Bravo.
Awesome.
Oh, so
Awesome.
sick.
Flowers of Algorab.
This game is
Yeah,
so
man.
cool.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, I dig it too.
Yeah. Yep. For sure.
Okay. Well, things are going to open up a bit as we come back to this. We're off for, I think we're going to end up being off for a couple weeks actually. But yeah, we'll be back with more Coriolis as we've talked about it. We're going to dive into it. We're going to do the campaign. We're actually going to go fully into it and deals with great ships and exploration and all sorts of good stuff. So yeah. All right. And you guys have a ton of injuries. We'll sort that out. I'll do some math. We'll figure out where everybody's at. And same with money. I'll sort out the money and everything, and kind of we'll pick up on that. But that is it for this opening adventure. And now we get to deal with the consequences of what you guys dug up beneath Ship City. Okay.
Amazing.
All right.
Hey.
Whoopsie.
Okay. All right, so let's do some closing plugs. First of all, I'm going to say it again. Check out We're in Danger. It's up on BackerKit right now. The teaser page is there. It's coming to BackerKit in October. It's my game. We played it here on the channel. If you would be so kind as to go to that BackerKit page, click the follow button so you can be notified in a few months around spooky season when it's going to go live and help us get a print run going. As right now, it's just PDF form, but we're going to make it all fancy with new art from our friend Ian / Three-Eyed Cat. You probably all know him as Three-Eyed Cat. He's doing some art for it. We're doing a new layout and we're kind of making it fancy. So yeah, come support it if you're interested. In terms of streaming schedule, we're off this weekend, so no One Ring. But we will be back on Monday with more Legend of the Mist. We'll be back on Tuesday with What Are We Playing, Kipser?
A little bit of Wild Sea, where we're dealing with a bunch of tigers on wires and a very fair combat where everybody equally won and equally lost.
Her ass. Commodore Killhook. That's where we're at. Sounds great. Yeah, and we're gonna probably be off of Coriolis for I think 2 or 3 weeks as we've got some people going on trips and stuff like that. And so we'll probably be back in like 2 or 3 weeks, and then we'll start up the next big wave of Coriolis. And so that's the plan. All right. Well, that's it for us. Have a great rest of your night, everybody. We'll see y'all later. Bye bye.
See ya.